Hello and welcome to the Wednesday Show on Wednesday. Hello and welcome back to the Wednesday Show. It is July 25th. I'm CJ coming to you pre-recorded from Minnesota. The weather outside is currently 82 and partly cloudy. Alright, we are doing one topic today, which is nostalgic TV shows, and I got my good friend Brennan back on the show, so let's get right into it. Alright, welcome back to the show, Brennan.
Glad to be back, CJ.
Wow, what a forced intro for us. All right, nostalgic TV shows. Let's just open up, and what was your favorite show as a kid?
Fear Factor.
Fear Factor?
With Joe Rogan. So Joe Rogan is now a MMA commentator, but he used to be a comedian. He had a TV show called The Man Show, I think, on Spike TV.
I remember Spike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Spike TV is
good.
Fun little channel. But
yes. Deadliest Warrior.
Oh, Deadliest Warrior, great show. We'll talk about that one.
We'll get to it.
But the TV show Fear Factor, combatants. I don't know what the right way to put it, but there's a whole bunch of people, and they do stupid and gross stuff for an hour, and they win $50,000, I think, or $20,000. So Joe Rogan is the host, and he's like, "Okay, guys. For the first challenge, you'll be climbing up this cargo net, which is attached to a helicopter, which is 20 feet over this giant body of water, and you're going to shoot flares off the cargo net, and you'll hit the thing, and it'll explode, and whoever does it the fastest will go on to the next round."
Wow.
And people are supposedly scared of that stuff, which I guess is understandable.
Okay.
So they'll do that, and then the next round is normally a gross out round, and they'll be like, "Okay, you're gonna eat bug smoothies, or you're gonna dive in pig's blood for pig hearts," and whoever grabs the most of them within 45 seconds goes on to the next round. So you get to the final round, and it's another one of those super insane challenges. One of the favorite ones I remember was there's this underground, not a great way to put it, but they were underwater, that's a good way to put it, and you had to dive as deep as possible through these little trenches. So it was like these giant trenches where you just go down each floor. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm not going to talk about that. That's dumb. I'm going to talk about the one where the guy nearly drowned himself, where he's underwater for 3 minutes, and he still survived, so that was cool. He just wanted $50,000 a lot, so he just stayed underwater for 3 minutes and won. It's an amazing show, and you can still kind of find it on MTV2.
Holy crap, MTV2.
Which has the longest commercial breaks out of any channel in the history of TV. It is terrible. It's bad. It takes so long.
Okay, I know how much you love game shows, but did you ever watch, I think this was on Sci-Fi Channel, it's called Total Blackout?
Yes,
Yeah, that was good.
I love game shows. I watched only game shows for probably the entirety of middle school for no reason at all, and I still watch game shows because they're fun.
I love, though, in Total Blackout, where it's like, okay, you gotta tell me what the item is, and they're like... And they're like really fidgeting into like a bra.
Yeah, so Total Blackout, the whole thing is you're in a pitch black room and people tell you to do stuff, and since you're blind, you can't really tell what's going on. So, yeah, they do that for about an hour, and whoever wins gets money. That's pretty much... Whoever wins gets money is pretty much the whole thing for every single game show.
Did they cancel that show, do you know?
I would assume so, because I haven't heard of it in
been
a long while.
Yeah, I watched like 2 seasons and I stopped. But bring it back to Spike, Deadliest Warrior.
Deadliest Warrior.
I'm so sad it only ran for 3 seasons.
It only ran for 3 seasons. So, in case you don't know about Deadliest Warrior, it is a super kind of dumb TV show. But fun. Where they have 2 historical, with air quotes, types of warriors face off against each other. So, what is it?
They would do like a pirate versus a knight.
Yes, a pirate versus a knight, and then they'd use weapons from each of them to figure out which one would win a battle and then
One-on-one battle.
one-on-one battle. Yes, for most of them. There was a few of them that were
Yeah.
like team battles.
They did like Spetsna versus someone.
I really enjoyed those episodes. Those were always fun. But then they do the greatest thing ever and put it into a computer simulation, and then we'd watch
This simulation.
and we'd watch the simulation where it's just two actors facing off against each other, and it's amazing.
It's the ultimate cheese fun you can have.
It was
You're a dude.
an awesome little show.
A couple girls probably like it too, though.
And then what was it? The one of the people who was on it died a few years ago.
Really?
He was
that's sad.
one of the big I don't know what the word is. It's one of the guys that was Army guy. I think he died because
Oh.
yeah. Well,
I always kept hoping they would bring the show back.
I know. There was a lot of rumors about them bringing back
I know it was.
the show, but they never did.
I mean, the show was expensive apparently,
Oh yeah, that was the big problem there.
but it's like, oh man, it was so fun.
But the series finale of zombie
Yes.
versus vampire is, I think that's
I was
the
kind of.
tipping point right
Yeah.
there where they said, okay,
We're just having fun with this.
yeah, I think we've overstayed our welcome here.
I kind of hoped Vampire versus Werewolf, but that might have been out of their budget.
Vampire versus werewolf. I could see that one too, but they already did vampire, so they can't do it again. What else am I thinking? What are good episodes like Joan of Arc versus somebody or?
Then they do Viking versus Ninja.
Yeah, that was one of the first ones.
Yeah, that was like season 1.
The Shaka Zulu.
Shaka Zulu. Zulu.
There's so many. Pol Pot versus whatever.
Yeah. Then they had like Vlad the Impaler.
Yeah, I
versus
remember that
someone.
one. Mm-hmm. What else is there? There was.
Did they do Ivan the Terrible?
I assume they did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a cool little show. You can find a whole bunch of clips on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I watched that show every time it was on for a million billion years. For the 3 years, it was on.
Okay. How about cartoons?
Childhood cartoons. Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo? Yeah, Scooby-Doo. That was good.
SpongeBob.
Oh, I was obsessed with SpongeBob as a child.
Who doesn't? I can still watch SpongeBob.
Like-
It's amazing.
Like, when I was in 4th grade, I was, like, an expert on the show. Self-described, thank you very much. Yes. But that was my absolute favorite. My favorite episode was the karate one where Mr. Krabs banned SpongeBob from doing karate.
Oh, yes. And he just has to go out in the park with Sandy
Yes.
and do
It's like, we're gonna do
karate, and they break trees in half and break bridges and stuff, and they just destroy everything. That's a great episode.
I love like the ending lines of that episode because it was like SpongeBob. No, I think it was Sandy that says, "I love karate." SpongeBob says, "I love karate." And Mr. Krabs says, "I love money." Yay!
Yeah. Money. Yeah, I know that.
And then Squidward says, "I hate all of you." It's like the best line ever for a cartoon.
That is a great ending. I do remember that fondly. That's a great one.
I love that episode.
I can't even think of my favorite SpongeBob episode. I mean,
There's so many good ones.
every episode. I can't say every episode.
The newer. When my little cousin comes over, we sometimes watch it. And it's like the newer stuff is just crap.
I haven't seen a new SpongeBob episode in probably
They dumbed
4
it
or
down
5
more.
years now.
The show was a little dumbed down in some ways.
It's really stupid show.
But they've dumbed it down even more. And it's like, well, they used to throw in some adult jokes sometimes.
Yeah, oh yeah, the OG seasons had
Yes, the best jokes.
always had a few raunchy jokes in there.
Look, dairy doubloons! Don't drop
Drop 'em.
them.
That's a
with
good
the
one.
soap.
With the soap, that's a great one.
And if you ever hear a SpongeBob song, you will never forget the lyrics ever in your life.
Oh, there's always so many good ones.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite SpongeBob song? Ripped Pants is always a good one.
I like the campfire song.
Oh, let's gather around the campfire and sing our campfire song. That CAMPFIRESONG song. And if you don't think that we can sing it faster, then you're wrong. It'll help if you just sing along. Bum, bum, bum. CAMPFIRESONG song. CAMPFIRESONG song.
CAMPFIRESONG song. Okay.
I can't go anymore.
I like the fun song.
Oh wait, no, we gotta go back to the scene where they just cut to Patrick just dying. He's like, yeah.
Squidward! All right!
All right, good.
Yeah.
It'll help if you just sing along. Oh, yeah.
The
Fun song.
Yeah.
F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. N is for anywhere and anytime at all down here in the deep blue sea. I think every SpongeBob song is somewhere engraved in your brain.
Yes.
Did you watch SpongeBob enough to get the Twinkle Twinkle Patrick Star song?
I think so.
I think I remember that one. Okay, I think
I watched it up till like 2010.
Okay, so it goes like So there's the episode is super funny. It made me laugh so hard the first time I saw it. It's SpongeBob and Patrick. They want to be musicians and they write the worst song in the history of any song ever, and everyone just starts screaming and they're like crying because it's so bad. Oh yeah, the My Leg guy probably comes up, but no, like they're screaming because they play it over every speaker in Bikini Bottom, and it's just the worst song ever, and it makes me laugh every time.
The Krusty Krab pizza
is the pizza for you and me. And then it goes Krusty Krab, yeah. That's my favorite version of the song.
Then there's this is not an official song, I think, but he kind of sings when he's taking out the garbage. He's like taking out the trash, taking out the trash. And I will admit,
I do that every time I take out the trash at work.
When I worked in fast food, I would do that like every other time. It's like taking out the trash, get out the trash,
and then run back.
Yes,
it's so scary at night.
Then
I gotta remember that. I gotta go back to the technically future because it's past all this stuff. But the Twinkle Twinkle Patrick Star song goes, Twinkle Twinkle Patrick Star, I made myself a sandwich. My mommy made it fresh. It tastes like beans and bacon and smells like it's been dead. Writing stuff is hard, so I use a pointy pencil. Pointy, 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 point. P.U., what's that horrible smell?
Yes, I remember that song.
And then it just goes on for another minute, and I don't remember anymore. But that song was so funny the first time I heard it.
They do like little short stories once in a while.
Oh, yep.
My favorite is, once upon a time there was an ugly barnacle. He was so ugly that everyone died. The end.
And that's supposed to make me feel better, Patrick.
Yes. You remember they had like a live action pirate for a while?
Yeah.
What happened to that guy?
It's Tom Kenny, in case you didn't know.
Really?
Yeah, Tom Kenny plays... Okay. Tom Kenny shows up as human Tom Kenny so many times. Like the episode where SpongeBob gets sick and they like plug his holes with the corks.
Oh, yeah.
So he gets all like bubbly and stuff. Like, we need to give you a sponge bath, which I didn't get the joke, even though it's sponge bath and sponge bath. That's the whole joke.
Yeah.
So Tom Kenny just shows up as the guy getting sponge bath.
Yeah,
and then
that's good.
Yeah, Patchy the Pirate. That's who it was.
Oh, the Indoors song.
Indoors. I can't do
We can't do high notes. And then take it away, Penny. That Penny has the most beautiful voice. There's so many good jokes in there.
It's a good episode with the giant. It's like, but Patrick, aren't you supposed to be in the gorilla suit? And he's like, I am in the gorilla suit. and then he gets ripped in half. And
don't you have to be stupid somewhere else? Not until 4. And
Patrick, you should know what a stupid star is. Considering that you are one. That's a good one. I don't remember what episode that's from. That's a joke.
The inner workings of my mind is an enigma.
Yep.
And then milk spills over.
That was the inner machinations of my mind are
an enigma.
Then milk spills over.
Yep. And then remember when they stole a balloon?
Oh yeah. You stole a balloon on free balloon day. I didn't. That was such a big twist.
Yes.
I was like, what?
Hey, Pat, and then they're by the fire, and he's like, hey, Patrick, if we're underwater, how could there be a fire? That's a good question. Goes out.
Yeah, like, that's a little bit of meta humor. That's always good. Always appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
There's one joke that's really funny that not a lot of people notice. There's an episode where he SpongeBob's at the grocery store, whatever it's. I don't remember what the grocery store is, but it looks like a big treasure chest.
Yes.
That's all I know. And he's like, "Hey, Frank," and then they cut to the name tag, and it's him smiling, and he looks up and he's just frowning. It's like real life at work, and it's such a good joke.
It is. Oh man.
I wish I remember what that name. I mean, the Bubble Bowl. Who doesn't like that one? That's a great episode.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
No,
Patrick.
Mayonnaise is not an instrument.
Neither is horseradish.
Horseradish is not an instrument either.
Oh man, I love this.
The owner of the white sedan, you left your lights on. Honk, 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 honk. Oh.
Okay.
I might say that's my favorite episode. I don't know if that's true, but there's one scene that always makes you laugh where Plankton does a harmonica solo and he's running across the harmonica, just back and forth because he has like one note at a time. That always makes me laugh. But I can't pick a favorite SpongeBob episode. But I'd put that one up there really high. I'd pick the Krabby Patty training video up there really high.
Oh, I like that. And I think it was in the original video for they actually told the secret ingredient at the end, but then they cut it later.
Yep, I don't remember what it is anymore.
I thought it was like hot sauce or something. But they had it for like a year. They actually said what the formula was at the very end of the episode. Then they just cut it.
But yeah, it's good not to know. I don't want to know.
Yeah.
They just announced a third SpongeBob movie coming out in 2020.
Did you see the first one?
Oh, of course I saw the first one.
In theaters?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know though. I can't remember that far back, but all I know is I seen the movie. We wear facial hair now that we're men. We changed our underwear now that we're men.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Save the day.
I'm not going any further with that song.
That's a cool episode. So
all right.
You guys are like, my eyes. That's my favorite. It's bald. Did you see Sponge Out? Did we see Sponge Out of Water?
No.
Oh, you didn't see it.
No, I missed
I saw it, but it's not nearly as good as the SpongeBob movie, but it's still, I guess, enjoyable. I don't like. They changed the animation's a little weird.
Okay.
But overall it's really good. There's like Mad Max parodies in there. It's really funny.
I heard the Jeremy Johns review, and to you, the listener of this podcast, if you haven't seen the review, go and watch the review. It's actually pretty good. But he says at one point, he's like, yeah, this movie would be really good if you have brownies, if you know what I mean.
Oh, pot brownies. That's funny.
Because it's like, okay,
I don't know why I explained
funny.
that joke, because that was really easy to understand.
It's for the kids.
It's for the kids, yeah.
No, we're not advocating kids. Not
the pot brownies for the kids. The movies for the kids.
Yeah.
I think I was 16. No, I was 7. Yeah, they came out 3 years ago. So
at least
I saw it when I was 17. I was going to see a movie with Bob, who is a mutual friend of ours.
I'm not sure if he'd want us to say his name.
He's fine.
Okay.
Bob. Oh, how many people are there named Bob?
True.
It's okay. Okay, but he was. We were gonna see that, and he brought another friend along, and he was only 16, so we couldn't see the R-rated movie. So like, how about we go see Sponge Out of Water? I'm like, okay, we'll go see Sponge Out of Water, and we did, and it was fine. Yeah, that's all I have to say about Sponge Out of Water. I like SpongeBob movie much better.
Yes,
because it's still good SpongeBob.
Did you watch Disney Channel?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
I'm okay.
Don't die on me. He's choking on water, by the way.
But no, Sweet Life. Yeah, I didn't like. I'd say my least favorite of the kids channels is Disney Channel, but I did like a few shows on it, like Sweet Life, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody was pretty enjoyable.
Then Kim Possible.
Mm-hmm. You can name. I've probably seen almost all of them on Disney Channel. I just wasn't a huge fan of many of the live action shows.
Okay, that's understandable.
Or the a lot of the kids shows, for that matter. But
last one I liked on the channel was probably Phineas and Ferb.
I was just about to say that. That's probably one I really enjoyed too.
This is why we're friends. We
have more than this in common.
Yes.
So.
Like, we both hate eating outside.
That's my favorite thing, because it's funny because it's such a random thing. Like, I don't want to eat outside. There's bugs outside.
Yes, exactly.
And then like, but it's nice outside. But there's bugs outside.
And they could get in my food, or the wind could blow my bowl over.
And then we go outside, and the wind blows the bowl over, and there's bugs in my food. I'm like, see, this is what happened. Like, it's nice outside.
It's like,
that's not the point.
I will go for a hike after I eat inside. Okay. Cartoon Network.
That was my favorite of the 3 channels I watched. That was probably my favorite, because you got Teen Titans on there. You had Chowder was a good one.
Chowder was good. Yes, I like Chowder.
Did you like Flapjack?
Yes, I did like Flapjack. Flapjack was weird, but I liked it.
So Flapjack was on Boomerang about 2 nights ago. I have Dish, so Boomerang comes with it, and that's you get the old stuff.
Yeah.
So there's an episode that I'd never seen before. It's an episode where they it's called Who Let the Cats Out of the Cat Lady's House. I think it's a really long title. But there's a scene, so Flapjack and Knuckles are walking around, there's a cat outside. It's like, hey kitty, and they just cut to this hyper-realistic picture of a cat with its eyes blacked out and a crazy mouth. And you're like, okay, yeah, this is the Flapjack I remember. So the whole episode is, they let all the cats out of the cat house, and they're like, okay, what do we do? And they're like, okay, we go to Dog Island and get all the dogs on the cat. Get all the dogs to chase the cats out. Then it's filled up with dogs, and then they go to Dog Catcher Island, and now they get the dogs away, and now the whole island's full of dog catchers, so they just let the cats out again to get rid of the I don't know, but the show's enjoyable, and it was fine. I preferred Chowder over it, though.
Yeah, I think I did too. Chowder was kind of fun.
Chowder was it was a fun little show.
I liked how everyone was named after food.
That's the whole thing. That was the whole joke. But I love that. That's like gazpacho, schnitzel. What else is there? Schnitzel. Rada rada rada. That's how I said. Chowder, gazpacho, mung dal. I had to look up all the foods because I didn't know any of them. Gazpacho is cold soup.
Okay.
Mung beans.
Yes.
That is.
We've talked about this personally a lot before, but just for the very few amount of people that are listening to this, I don't know how many, but favorite Teen Titan character?
I don't know. I don't remember what I said last time, so I'm probably gonna change it.
Cyborg or Beast Boy?
I wouldn't pick them as my favorite. I'd pick. It's pretty boring. I'd probably pick Robin or Starfire.
Oh, gee.
The best.
I'm still Raven.
Raven's always cool. Raven's always a cool character. She had the best character arc out of all of them, except for the one episode where, except for like the 2 episodes where what's Starfire's sister called?
I don't remember.
It was like
wasn't she the blonde one?
White Fire or something. I'll find it.
Oh, did you see the trailer for the new show that they're doing?
You mean the Titan?
That looks
Batman.
That looks so bad.
It looks like the worst thing. I don't want to see it.
I want it to be good, but it looks so bad. And I'm like, okay, if they're swearing this much, this is like CW quality on HBO. It looks like it will be.
Oh, it looks bad.
But
I'm gonna watch the first episode. I think.
Might. Am I right though? It looks like the tone of the show and the way they're swearing and all that, it looks like it would be like on HBO, but it's made by the CW.
Isn't it on like the DC streaming service or something? Is that what it's gonna be?
I don't know. But I'm just like, no! I'm still hoping that Raven gets her own movie series because that would be actually pretty cool.
I really want to see, I'm actually going to go see Teen Titans Go to the movies when it comes out. It has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, I think. Okay. Oh, Blackfire, I think. Is that what it was?
All right.
I'm looking for the... Yeah, I don't think that's what I was looking at. But yeah, with Teen Titans, there's a lot of side characters that were cool.
Yes, there were.
Jinx, that's the bad lady, the main bad lady, I think.
Change it up a little bit, but another Cartoon Network show that I just remembered like a month ago. Code Lyoko.
Yeah, Code Lyoko. We were just talking about that. And I remember watching... I did watch that show when it was on. It was on at like 3 p.m., so I didn't watch it very often.
There is one point.
I remember the dumb. It's dumb. The theme gets in my head once in a while, and all I remember is Code Loco, Code Loco, and I think that's how it goes. That's all I remember, but I still sing that once in a random while.
I saw someone do a video on YouTube. Forgot the guy's name. I don't want to misrepresent, so I'm not going to say who I'm thinking of, but I'm not entirely sure if it's that person.
Uh-huh.
But they brought up a good point. How the heck did this kids show get away with showing kids in their underwear on TV?
That's a good question.
Because there was like a lot of episode where the kids were like in their underwear for some reason. I was like, oh, I know this is made by like a French studio, but you're making this for an American audience too.
I think that's the part they missed because it was just all French, and like French people are weird like that. They're like, it's okay.
Yeah, the French are just more like, oh, it's just the thing you do. But to a lot of American, I'm surprised like American parents didn't complain.
It wasn't on for that long.
It got like 3 seasons, I think.
Did it? Okay. I don't know. I didn't watch very much of it.
I watched it for a while, but I didn't. Oh, another good one though.
Mm-hmm.
Codename Kids.
I was gonna beat you to it because I knew that's the one you were gonna say.
Yeah.
Because I was watching that last night as well because that was on
Oh, that's cool.
No, 2 nights ago because I was watching Boomerang 2 nights ago. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And the episode was an episode I fondly remembered where I forgot the whole. I didn't know. I forgot the whole entire story behind Code's Name Kids Next Door. There's an episode, and I noticed that all the characters have weird accents, which is something I didn't notice as a kid. Like number 4.
Kid.
So yeah, I know that's the only one I noticed. So number 1 is British. Number 4 is Australian for some reason.
Really?
So number 86 is the chick who's in charge of the moon base, and she's Scottish. And I was like,
I remember
what?
that.
I know. I didn't. I mean, I noticed the accent, but I didn't know like what kind of accent it was.
Yeah.
And the episode was they do. The joke is number 4 gets into a girls only mission, and the whole mission is doing a sleepover at one of the houses. And I was like, I remember this episode. That was a good episode. And I watched it, and then they brought back the whole entire side plot where the code named Teens Next Door or whatever try to take over the moon base. I'm like, yeah, I don't remember this at all. But then I remember I saw the characters and I remember the characters.
Did you see the like series finale for that? It was like a movie they made.
Yeah, it was a movie. I assume I watched it. I don't remember the story behind it though.
Yeah.
Oh, there's those weird kids that like all the weird kids. That's all, I remember that too.
Yeah. What was another? Oh, well, how about this? When you were a kid, what was the edgiest show you watched?
I don't know if edgy's the right word, but I liked Total Drama Island a lot.
Okay, yeah.
Those were always fun, and those. I don't think edgy's the right word. I watched Family Guy a lot, and those were always funny.
Yeah, I did watch The Simpsons a little bit when I was a kid. Not too much, but a little.
I passed The Simpsons. I liked The Simpsons, and I still kind of do. I don't watch a lot of episodes, but.
My dad took me to the movie. He's like,
I saw that in theaters. That was a good one.
He's like, we're going to see this, and I'm like, okay.
Did you like it or no?
I thought it was okay. It's like I wasn't really too into The Simpsons anymore at that point, but he's like, no, we are seeing this.
I liked the movie a lot. I think the movie was very good, and they could have ended the TV show there, but they're still making money. They're making another movie, I think, and that will be the real end of The Simpsons, I think. But
my favorite joke, though, in the movie was towards the end, spoiler alert, that, like, the town's going to get destroyed, so everyone in the church walks out, everyone in the bar walks out, and they switch places.
They switch places, yes. I like, the joke I really like in the movie is the one, it's right when the dome goes down and the guy goes, do I go inside, do I go outside, do I go inside, do I go inside, and just crushes, it gets crushed in the middle of between the, I don't know how to explain it. It gets crushed by the dome instead of going in or out. The movie itself is really, really random, and it's got a good story though. I do enjoy it.
Did you ever watch like anime at all?
I watched. Well, that was always on like Adult Swim at night, like Toonami, yeah. So I never watched it, but all I remember is there's a TV show that I watched one episode of called Bo 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 Bo. And that's what it was called, and I watched one episode of it.
Wow.
And I was like, this is weird. What is anime? I'm 8 years old.
I was into Naruto for a little while.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
watch a few episodes of Naruto, yeah.
But it's like, unlike most anime fans, I grew out of anime.
Oh, okay.
No offense to you anime fans, but I grew out of anime when I was in middle school, and I grew up.
Okay, on Netflix I started the first season of One Punch Man, which is an anime that has like really high ratings, I guess. So I was just on Netflix and I'm starting to watch it. I'm like, this is really good. But the problem is, I like to dick around my phone while I watch stuff, and it's all in Japanese. So I have to read the subtitles to figure out what's going on. So I actually watched a few episodes without my phone so I could actually watch it, and it's really, really fun. I would recommend it a lot. It's about a guy who fights this bad guy and he doesn't win, and he's like, okay, I'm going to make my body indestructible by working out super hard. So he works out super hard, loses all his hair, and now he can, like, flick people, and they explode. And it's amazing. I recommend it a lot.
South Park.
I love South Park. I've seen every episode of South Park, and I've seen probably every episode of
I've seen
Family Guy.
I've seen almost every episode. So I have not seen every episode, but almost every episode. There was one summer, I binged Malcolm in the Middle, all 200 episodes, and I was like, wow.
It's a fun show. That's a fun show.
Life is unfair.
Life is unfair. Yeah, it's this. I don't remember that's the end of the theme song. I don't remember the start of the theme song though.
You're not the boss of me.
You're not the boss of me now. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's one.
I remember it now.
Did you ever get into 90s sitcoms?
It was weird. So I watched that 70s show when I was in the emergency room when I broke my wrist, and I was like, "What is this dumb show?" And then it came out on Comedy Central one day, and I watched it for 6 hours straight because Comedy Central doesn't put anything on the TV, and I had like days off. It was last year in college, so I just had the day off of classes because the class got canceled. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch that 70s show, and I watched it for 6 hours straight, and like this show is really funny, and I really enjoy it.
Okay, what character do you see yourself most like?
That's a weird question because I'm not a pot smoker.
No, but the closest that you are to.
Oh, I don't remember the names.
Well, there's like Eric, Hyde, Kelso, Jackie, Donna.
Oh, yeah,
I haven't watched the show in like
and you know them. Okay.
a while. Red, Kitty.
Yeah, Eric
Bob.
is the kid with the main kid, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll probably pick him because he seems to be. I don't know. I'm not. No, I can't pick. That's a weird question. I've had that question asked to me before.
There's also Fez.
Fez is funny. I just like his character. Yeah, Wilmer Valderrama. He's good. He's cool.
I love that they have a running joke about his country.
That was a good.
They never announced where he was from.
He's just an exchange student. That's it.
Yep. Because
and that's all that matters. Is it good?
The point of it was that the creators of the show never thought of a place where he was from, so they just kind of made something up.
I always thought it was fun that it takes place in Wisconsin. It was right nearby, even though it's a made-up town. But they'd go to like Madison and stuff for stuff. So okay, I know where that is.
How about Frasier? No.
Okay. I watched a few episodes.
Friends?
I missed out on Friends. Yeah. I know.
I know what we're going to do at some point.
But no, I've watched a few episodes of it. It's just, it's good. I liked, I mean, there's people who liked it a lot better than me. I like, The Office a lot. That's 2000, though, I think.
I watched a couple episodes. One of my favorite jokes is one of the Halloween episodes, where it's like, I went to kill the werewolf, but turns out it was just my neighbor's dog.
The Office is so many episodes with so many just great jokes in it. I can't keep track of any of them. But all the episodes are just. There's always something special in every one episode of The Office, and I think it's just great show. Did you watch Parks and Rec after that or no?
I never got into Parks and Rec.
I thought Parks and Rec was really good. The first season wasn't great, but the rest of it is very, very enjoyable.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of what else.
Yeah, they're good shows. Were there any shows that you like actually hated?
Yeah, that's a good question. I did not like I have to think about it. To go back to the start, there's always a few shows that I didn't like at all. Like, oh god, this is a really easy question every other time that I'm not being asked it.
I'm just gonna bring up
Yeah,
one.
you go first.
Well, it's not that pertaining to that question. It was just a good show that just popped in my head. But Drake and Josh.
You didn't like Drake and Josh?
No,
I
I
just,
love
oh
it.
yeah, okay, that's
Yeah,
not
it
about
was-
the question.
Yeah, it was a good show.
I like Drake and Josh a lot too. Mm-hmm.
But anyways, bad shows.
Bad shows. Okay.
Basically, Cartoon Network's newer stuff. Well, that was also because I was just getting older, but also like when I kind of look at it, and this isn't entirely nostalgic, but I guess when they started getting to like Gumball and stuff.
I've watched a few episodes. Gumball. I've probably seen a lot of episodes of Gumball. It's still going. Like I watched the early seasons of it, but I would recommend that. It looks weird.
I don't like this newer style of animation that they're pushing out for kids' cartoons. I think it just looks sloppy and like underproduced.
I get that. I'm gonna pull up TV shows that I watched and see what I can find that TV shows I didn't.
It's like, no, I hate this. Turn it off. Oh, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody when they went on the boat.
Oh, The Sweet Life of Zack. No, what's that called?
On Deck or something?
On Sweet Life on Deck.
Or
Yeah,
something like that. The show just went downhill after that.
I get that. I didn't watch that very much. I didn't like a lot of. I think I just had a problem with a lot of the stuff that Disney had on their channel. I have to pull up like what Disney showed.
Oh, I just thought of the show I hated as a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
Dora. I hated Dora.
I didn't like a lot of kids shows.
Oh, I did not like Dora.
Dora's fine. I didn't have a problem with Dora.
And it just annoyed me.
I get that.
Well, at least it's not like the newer kid shows like Paw Patrol. It's like, oh, kill me.
Too many kids shows. Too many kids shows.
Kill me, please. Give me the sweet mercy of death. Sorry if you're a little kid listening to this, but
Your shows stink.
yes, they're terrible. I'm gonna also pull up on the interwebs some shows.
That might be a good plan because I can't think of shows I hate,
Okay.
even though I did hate.
What channel should we go for?
Just start in Disney.
Shows. List of Disney Channel series. Okay, we'll get into like early 2000s stuff. Maybe.
Okay.
Alright, any ones we hated on here?
Not hated, but I didn't like the Proud Family very much.
I didn't really
I didn't
watch
like That's So Raven that much.
I watched that once in a while. Phil of the Future was okay.
Emperor's New School, that was okay. Hannah Montana, that's because I'm not a girl though. I'm
sorry.
sexist.
I watched it a little.
Oh, I
bit.
watched them. I watched many a few episodes too.
Yeah, it was like it's on.
Wizards of Waverly Place, that was fun. That was enjoyable, I think.
I liked it for a while.
I think I stopped at about 2008 with Disney shows because all the rest of them don't. Oh wait, Gravity Falls was good.
I stopped 2010 when like Shake It Up came on.
Yeah, I never watched that. That's that didn't last very long.
And Farm, I'm like no, that was bad.
No. Gravity Falls, I would recommend a lot. That was good.
Then you're getting to a bunch of newer stuff which I don't really know.
DuckTales, they brought back DuckTales.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
good. That's good.
Okay.
I would recommend that. Go to Nickelodeon.
Did you ever watch? They'll probably pull it up on here. Oh, Avatar: Last Airbender. That was good.
I never got into it, but
No?
it wasn't bad
It was
at all. Like, it was good, but I never got into it.
I wonder if they have it by year. We're just looking this up on Wikipedia.
Yeah, so this is where it would start.
Okay.
I didn't watch Doug. I didn't watch. Rugrats is good.
Yeah, I did watch Rugrats. Ren and Stimpy.
I watched. That was fine.
I think I watched Ren and Stimpy.
That was Mice. I think.
Oh yeah, I watched that. Hey Arnold. Was
Nope, I didn't watch that.
No.
No,
Hey Arnold.
I was weird to
I would-
me. I didn't like it.
Did you ever watch an episode?
I watched an episode. I just didn't.
I would
like
recommend checking it out. It's not actually that.
I mean, I have watched it. I just didn't like it. It kind of the animation was weird on it. I didn't like it.
Fairly
Jimmy
Odd
Neutron,
Parents?
I liked a lot.
Jimmy Neutron.
Fairly Odd Parents, I liked a lot. Rocket Power, I didn't not like, and I didn't like.
Invader Zim.
That was good. That was fun.
That became like the.
Oh, I have to talk about no. Well, I'll wait till we get to.
I just gotta
Cartoon
say
Network.
one thing about Invader Zim.
Mm-hmm.
So like, if you went to school with people who leaned more alternative or emo-ish, Invader Zim was like Jack the Skellington before Jack the Skellington became like
Came back
in popularity.
a good way to
Before his big second coming of popularity, it was all Invader Zim. Like people just had a bunch of Invader Zim stuff, which I don't mind. I kind of like the show, but I didn't watch it a lot. Okay, Danny Phantom.
Yeah, that was fine. Even though, yeah, that's fine.
I liked it.
Yeah, it was good.
I like Teenage Robot.
Yeah, I watched that.
Okay.
I don't know what the X. Oh, the X's was they're superheroes.
Yeah, I watched that. I thought it was alright.
El Tigre, I did watch that. Tack was weird. I didn't like that. But I did not like
Fanboy
it. Back
and
at the
Chum Chum.
Barnyard was actually enjoyable for being a spinoff of a movie, which I actually liked too.
But Fanboy and Chum Chum,
That was dumb.
that was really dumb.
Legend of Korra, I never got into that because I didn't get an Avatar either.
I watched like the first half of the first season and I stopped.
Okay, we're too far ahead. We didn't watch anything else.
Yeah, that goes too far for us.
Okay, and go to Cartoon Network because I got something I got to talk about, which is Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, which is amazing.
I love that show. Oh my god.
Oh, Powerpuff Girls, amazing.
Powerpuff Girls.
Courage the Cowardly Dog. I don't know how you
Yes.
missed those because all three of those are
Ben 10.
legit. No, I did not like it, and I didn't enjoy it that much.
Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo, yeah, that was a little still old for me.
Did you ever get into Adventure Time?
I did like Adventure Time, but I didn't grow out of it. But I just stopped watching it.
How about Samurai Jack?
Yes, Samurai Jack's great. Ed, Edd and Eddy, I like that a lot.
I watched it a little bit. Didn't watch it a lot though.
Courage the Cowardly Dog would arguably be one of my favorite shows of all time. Grim Adventures, I like that a lot. Codename Kid Next Door, we talked about that. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends
Yes.
is great.
I really got into that show for a while.
Camp Lazlo was actually pretty enjoyable, I thought.
It was. It really was.
My Gym Partner's a Monkey, I did watch that.
Yeah,
I didn't watch very many episodes.
Okay, how do you feel about Cartoon Network doing live action?
They went through that stint, and that was weird. They did that for a little bit, but their shows were not awful. Okay, I watched The Problem Solvers that lasted for like 6 episodes, and it was the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah.
Secret Mountain Fort Awesome, that was weird. Uncle Grandpa, that is so dumb, but it's fine.
I think I watched Tower Prep. I don't remember.
I don't know what Tower Prep is.
It was weird.
Oh, The High Fructose Adventures of Annoying Orange, that was awful. Destroy, Build, Destroy. I
Remember
like that.
when Fred got his own
Yep,
channel?
Fred got his own show.
It's like, let's...
He got a movie, I think.
Yes.
He had movies.
He had like 3 or 4 movies. It's like, how? They're giving YouTubers a bunch of TV shows, but it just doesn't work.
The Outsiders was a bunch of kids being like, we're ghost hunters.
Yeah.
I think that's everything.
Yeah, that's about everything.
What do we have any other channels we forgot about?
That kind of sums it up for me. How about you?
Oh, I gotta go game shows. Go to Game Show Network, and then we can get out here.
You and your game shows.
Because I can talk about. So go like list of shows by Game Show Network or on Game Show Network.
Game Show Network shows.
GSN. That's a good way to put it.
Okay, list of programs.
That's a good way to put it. Okay. Scroll up to the top. No, you gotta start with current programs, original programs. America Says is Family Feud ripoff. I don't care about that. And Snap Decision. I haven't watched that actually. No, I did watch that. That was weird. You had to like look at people and make a decision on if they were this person or that person, and you'd get it right if you thought about that being right. Baggage was fun, where you'd have to like pick a person and you'd be like, "This is in their baggage." Get it? Like I hated this, and you're like, "Oh, I can't believe you hated that. I can't like you."
Okay.
And that's how it went. Catch 21 was you played 21 with giant cards, and you answered trivia questions. Chain reaction was fun. That was one where you had like you'd have one word at a time and you'd make a line out of it. So it'd be like bird, and then you'd get the letter S, and then the next word would be song, and then W, song, writer. I don't know where to go. So it'd be like bird, song, writer, blank. That one. That's how it would go.
There's one game show. I only saw like the final event one, but each time, and they showed us this in school, where they had to choose. You had two people, right?
Oh, is it the eggs?
I might have been. It's like, okay, one had to choose. It's like if you chose steel.
That's a British one.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it's called, but it's like golden eggs or something. But I remember hearing that. So it was, the whole point of it was you had to stop. You have to you get to steal or keep. You have like these eggs, and the eggs have an amount of money on them, and you say, okay, I will steal your eggs, but if you steal my eggs, then we both get nothing. But if I steal your eggs, and you say not steal, then I get all the money, and then if we both keep, we each get money. And so it's just if people hate each other or not.
I remember one finale episode thing they showed us in school where the guy was like, okay, like they would try and convince each other, and the guy is like, I am going to steal. I am going to steal. Just like keep so I can take everything and we'll just split it after the show. Yep. I am stealing this, and the other guy's like, wait, what? No, what are you doing?
I remember that, yes.
It's kind of funny.
Awesome.
Okay,
Divided is super fun show where you get like I'm a Republican, I'm a liberal, and I'm a transgender, and we have to divide this winning against each other by answering trivia questions. So they're like, okay, so you guys get to divide $13,000 3 different ways. One person gets 50%, one person gets 30%, and the other person gets 20%. And he's like, and then so the Republican guy will go, I answered 5 questions right, so I should get 50%. And then the transgender person goes, but no, you got 6 questions wrong, and I answered 3 correctly and got 0 wrong, so I should get 50%, and that's how it goes. And then the money slowly ticks down while they're complaining to each other. So like at the end, they all get like $2,000 because they wasted too much time.
I'd be like, hey, I'll just give you everything, and we'll just split it 50-50 after the show. Sound good? That would be like my entire shtick. Oh, did you watch? Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
I didn't like it very much, but yeah, I did.
Okay.
It was a weird show. Like just made people look bad.
Well, the questions are like, I think these are a little tougher than these are like at least 6th grader questions.
Oh yeah, but they're like super smart. Okay, 1 versus 100 was super cool.
What's that about?
So 1 versus 100 was, it'd be one person there, and then there'd be 100 people over there, and then the question would be like, who is the most famous pitcher in MLB baseball? And it'd be like this guy, this guy, and this guy. So the one person would hopefully get the question right, and then it would remove the people out of the 100 who got it wrong. So then the next round would be 1 versus 65. And then
that's cool.
And then if you got down to 0, you got $1 million. So
that's cool. But you kind of
only like one person beat it though. It was a super hard game.
But I'm guessing it's like whatever you ended at, that's how much money you got.
Yeah, I'll show you a video after this.
Okay, and what was it? Oh, Deal or No Deal. Did you ever watch?
Oh yeah, of course. Deal or No Deal is always fun. Just get a bunch of...
Yeah.
I mean, I would assume 90% of people have watched at least part of a Deal or No Deal episode.
Yes. We've had a couple people from our town be in it on the show, actually. I think we had like 2 or 3 people. Which is kind of cool.
I thought that's pretty good for 22,000 people or whatever.
From an undisclosed location.
Undisclosed location.
In Minnesota.
In southern Minnesota.
Hey, a lot of detail
Not
there.
that southern.
Okay.
About half. Actually, more like...
Don't give it like the detail. I want to keep it vague for right now.
Idiot test is fun because there'd be like a question. There'd be like a picture and it says, pick the leftmost person. Or like, pick the leftmost person, and then there'd be a dog most left. And there'd be a person on the right, and there'd be no person on the left. So, like, people would pick the dog, and it's like, says person, you idiot. And then they'd lose money. I always like that one.
So it'd be like one person and a dog. Okay. That's kind of funny.
Minute to win it. That was always fun.
How about Gladiator?
American Gladiators?
Yeah.
I like that one.
This isn't a game.
Russian roulette. I gotta talk about this one. Russian roulette was one where there'd be people in a big circle and then they'd fall down if they got a question wrong. But like if more than one person got a question wrong, the thing would spin around and then like one of the two people would fall down, and that's how the game worked.
Okay. This one isn't a game show, but still a good show. It's still going on. American Ninja Warrior.
Oh yeah, that's I hate the sob stories, but I like people getting hurt. So that reminds me of Wipeout, which was probably one of my favorite shows.
But I love it. I mean, I know you hate the sob stories you said, but it is really funny when they do this like 5-minute backstory video on the guy and they like fail on the first attempt.
I do like. There was actually a person from our town on that too.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
That was like the first or second season. I don't remember his name, but I looked him up after. I'm like, this guy actually is from our town, because they actually showed a little video of him, and he was like his training video was him climbing the monkey bars on one of our parks.
Really?
And I was like, that's so funny.
That's good.
All right, and I'm done talking about game shows.
Wheel of Fortune? Classic.
Yeah,
Classic.
Everyone likes Wheel of Fortune. Now I'm done talking about game shows.
Okay. I think we have rambled on long enough, and we've tortured enough people with our rambling.
I agree.
All right, let's get into our outro. All right, I hope you have enjoyed this episode of the Wednesday show. And Brennan, do you want to plug yourself again?
Not this time. Maybe.
Sounds good, Brennan.
Maybe just Color B57 on pretty much every Twitter and Instagram. So 2 things. Color B57 on 2 things. That's it.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you have a good day today. Hope this coming 2 weeks or week or whatever is good for you. So see you next time.